Bring it up. That's not bad. Okay.
So you can hear me.
Alrighty. So
What do we need to do? We need to grab this body. And we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got
black hardware, and it's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where are we at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in.
Oh!
Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish. Go on top. So that's what we need. That back's going to be sensational. That's smooth. Very good. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as string instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tipper-topper, ring, ring, tipper-topper, ding, dong, bang. So it's all good. Here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up. That's not too bad. Okay.
So you can hear me.
Alrighty. So
What do we need to do? We need to grab this body. And we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill
black
bit too.
hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's
Cruel Mistress
vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Where are we at?
What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in.
Ho!
Okay, so that's that guy there.
But that's
to show you that copper-looking
red cedar.
when it
gets
really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to the show. Manny here from the Guitar Show in Sydney. And I'm back after a little hiatus, a little bit of a break, recovering from a shoulder injury. Coming along pretty good. Shoulder's moving pretty well now. Still a bit tender, but I'll try not to overwork it. What's we got? A couple of people in. Hayes is in the house. How you doing, Hayes? Good to see you. Mav in the house as well. Welcome on, guys. We are going to continue. Today we're going to level these frets. There is a streaky ebony fretboard on a coachwood neck. We've shaped that guy. Just got to clean up the little spot there. Clean that up. Get some oil on there. I've signed the heel. Got the serial number down in there. I've got the holes ready to go. Got to get that leveled and polished up. Get the frets dressed. And then we'll put that neck in. Now, the body for this guy is, if you remember, is this guy here. That's oiled now. It's got two coats of oil on it. That's that acrylic color we had on that new neoclassical shape, as I call it. That's my neoclassical shape. We're ready to put that together. The back's done as well. We've got a little bit of cedar stain on that mahogany and 3 coats of oil on that guy now. So that's looking pretty good. We've got that guy oiled up. We've got the battery box installed. We've got the panel installed there, which is the same flamed cap as the top in the same color. That custom gunmetal grey color that you can see, and you can actually see the pinkish grain through there as well. I wanted that translucent sort of look. So that guy's almost ready to go. Hey, Willie won't go. What's going on? Getting tired, but I thought I'd jump in and look. Oh, that's good, Hayes. Thanks for being here, mate. Appreciate it. What's up, Willie? We've got this girl almost done. We've got a couple of coats of oil on there now. 3 coats. We've got the color done, so that's that cedar color we want on that mahogany, just to redden it up a little bit. Looks pretty good all the way around. Got the holes and the cavities done. We've got the battery box in there. We've got the control panel, so we're good to go. I'll show you a little bit about that a little later on. What we're going to do now is get stuck into this guy. We want to get those frets beveled and leveled up, so we're going to do that right now. I'm going to switch over to this camera here and see how we go. There we go. Got that guy set to go with some leveling. I'm going to put all my things away in my little apron pocket. You like the carve outs? Good on you, Willie. You like the carve outs? Yeah, it's come along pretty well. If I'll show you guys that a little bit closer. We'll put that guy down here and have a little look at those cavities. I'll show you what I did. Flip this guy over. You can see that car there. So we've got this battery box here that I've carved out. So that's carved out and nice and square. And it takes that guy. We're going to screw this guy down. Of course, there's 4 mounting screws there. I like that colour too. I put a little bit of cedar over that and gave it 3 coats of oil. It looks pretty good. So it's come up nice. That battery box goes in there. So what we do is we essentially open that guy up and we put our 9-volt battery in there, which drives those pickups. Sit that in there. That closes up. And of course, this guy here is where all the electrics go. We've got the all the cavities done now. That's all cleaned up and ready to go. There's the battery cables coming through there. All the holes from the chambers are coming into that main electronics area. So we basically have to get that neck finished, mounted on here, and we're good to go. We put the electrics in, and we're almost finished. We should have this girl finished by next week. Don't forget, guys and girls, we're only a couple of weeks away. 25th, January the 25th, my time, 12 p.m., which is 24th for you guys. Your Friday night is when we're doing the 24-hour build. We're going to start Friday night. We're going to end Saturday night, your time. In other words, Saturday midday, my time, Sunday midday. 25th of January, 25th of March, 25th of January, that's another year away. 25th of March, 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So work that out for you guys. It'll be sometime on your Friday night at this time, roughly at this time, about an hour ago. So if you can just remember that on the 24th in your area. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, though, it'll be the 25th. Okay, better late than never. Always better late than never. And we're going to have that, that's going to be a 24-hour build, a telly style. Black Rose, her name is going to be. She's going to have colour. She's going to have artwork. She's going to have lovely materials. And Mr. Glynns has donated, of course, a fantastic set of vintage Cruel Mistress pickups. Willie knows what they're all about. They sound magnificent. And it's nice of him to do that. Proceeds of the auction for that guitar will go to the Westmead Children's Hospital here in Sydney. We lost our super mods. The super mods are around, mate. They're just not here at the moment, but they'll be back. So that's this guy here. Just thought I'd give that a plug. And what we want to do now is get rid of this body. So I've got all the holes done, and I've got all the screws in there. These are sunken into those holes. There's no plate on this guy. They're just going to be bolts straight into the back of that guy. And that body's looking pretty good. We just got to give that a nice rub back when it dries up properly. It's a little bit sticky still. What we want to do now, though, is get stuck into getting these sides beveled, and we want to get the frets leveled. So we're going to start with the 90-degree file, and we just want to make sure there's a little bit of wire there. We just want to make sure there's no wire left overhanging. So we'll give that a quick run. Feels pretty good. I've already leveled that. That's pretty level. Try this end as well. dots are in, as you can see. We've got those dots in there. We're going to get the 45, or sorry, not the 45, but the angle. I think it's 36 or 37 degrees. And we're going to get that guy on there like so and bevel those edges now. Once we bevel them, we'll be ready to start leveling these out and then recrowning and dressing them, and then we're pretty much done. We'll obviously finish off with a polish of those frets and that fretboard. Just go very light, very gentle. Yeah, you can see we're starting to get those bevels going. So you can see that little bevels there on the edges. That's what we want to do. We want to get those angles done. Getting there. A little bit more. Get that angle right. Flip that over. Bias. Okay, that's beveled nicely. We've got those bevels on there. They're looking good. Do the other side as well. Leslie's in the house. Texas is in the house. More cowbell. Absolutely. Maui Lynn's here. Hello, Lynn. Good to see you as well. Mario V68, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. So this guy here is the neck, of course, for this guy here, ladies and gents, in case you didn't see it. I'll give you guys a little look-see. That neck is going into this body. We've got the top done. We've got the sides done. The back is done. We've got the cavities in there. Battery box is in there. Same with the main control box. That guy's ready to go. We just got to get the neck finished and put it all together. Just leveling those frets, getting the edges done, and getting the bevels on those fret ends as well. Just level this guy out, flatten it out to 90 degrees first. Make sure there's no overhang. level. That's pretty good. Very straight. They're very level. So we're looking good there. Put some shape on those now. Get that angle on there. The bevel is all important. Very nice. All those bevels are there now. That's good. They're all done. What we want to do now is get these levels checked out. There'll be a couple of little high spots, and we'll iron those out. That's a little bit high there. What I do is I generally give them a little tap first with the hammer. Where is my little hammer? I had that here somewhere. Here it is. A little plastic hammer. Not too bad. A little bit of a high one there. A high one there. So we've got a couple to level. What I'm going to do is grab the paper and our straight edge. I'm going to mark these up with a pen, with a Sharpie, and then we're going to level those out. Better get a blue one, something that stands out a little bit more. And we're just going to sand those with the straight beam, get them all, take the high spots off some of those, and get them all to the same level. And once they're all flattened at the same level, we'll get the crown file and we'll put that little round crown back on it. Do the edges, just take off the sharpness, then polish them up, and we're done. In about half an hour to an hour's time, we should be finished with this neck. About an hour, I'd say, max, because we've got to polish it up as well and get those frets nice and shiny as well. There's a little bit of work to do there. Got that guy covered up. Let's grab some 240 grit with that paper. Get that flat edge, nice flat beam on there, and simply just run those, starting at the edge, keep it nice and flat. Don't push down too hard, just let the weight of the bar do the work, just hold it level. Move it to the middle. Once the blue's gone, we're good to go. A bit more blue to go here. Okay, let's check those heights again. See, nice and level there, no rocking there, very level there. What we're looking for is a rock. If that rocks like that, teeters and totters, it means there's a high spot in the middle making it teeter. What we want is we're trying to rock it and it's level across all three, which means there's no high spot. Just a tiny one there. That's good. Sometimes the frets move a little bit and we just tap them back down. That's pretty good. Nice and flat. We're going great here. Yep. That one's a little bit high there. Pretty good. Pretty good there. We're very good by the looks of things. Very good. We're level. Okay, so that's that. What we need to do now is grab our crowning file, which is this guy here. It's got a concave blade or a concave edge, and that'll put a little dome on top. We'll remark these with a straight line, and then as we rub across that and get that dome, that line from that flat, wide surface, as that surface becomes a point again, we'll have a very thin hairline right down the middle, and we stop there because that's the crown. Okay, what else have we got? Mario, it is an ebony. It is a streaky ebony. It's got a little bit of blonde through there. It's Indian, I think, or not African, but it could be Pacific or Indian from the subcontinent in Asia. So I haven't been able to get any good African ebony, and it's getting rarer as such to get. My brand is just Melos Custom Guitars. That's right. Oh, no. By all means, ask as many questions as you like, my friend. That's what we're here for. We're here to take on questions. We like to have a chat with the audience as well and engage as much as we can. It's all good. Maui Lin does have many questions, but they're all good ones, and we love having the questions. So stick around. Spread the word, Mario. If you get a chance, Mario, spread the word. Let your friends know. Let your comrades know. Let all your colleagues know. Get them onto the channel. We're on Twitch. We're also on YouTube. We're also on Facebook. This is simulcasting to 3 platforms at the moment. We're working on Rumble as well. We'll get a 4th one coming soon. We've got a 24-hour build in 2 weeks' time on the 25th of January. 25th of January. I keep saying January. 25th of March. In a couple of weeks' time. That's my Saturday, the 25th, which will be, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, in North America, or in Europe, it'll be the 24th. But the 25th Australian Eastern Time, the 25th is a Saturday, and at midday my time, Australian Eastern Standard Time, or Daylight Savings Time, you will be able to watch me build a Telecaster style in 24 hours. I did it last year for charity. We auctioned it. Money went to the kids' hospital here in Sydney. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it in 24 hours, so let them know. That's the one, Willie. That's the one. 24 hours. I think it's just 24. Exclamation 24. Try exclamation 24. Let me try, or you can try. Anyway, back to this. Let's mark these guys out. Put a crown on this guy now, and then we're set to go pretty much. We're going to round the edges after that and polish this baby up. When you click the fret right. Yeah, look, so what I generally do is I get these level. The neck is nice and straight. We don't have to adjust the truss rod or anything like that. There is a truss rod in here. I'm going to drill a hole and get to the access to that truss rod. The truss rod is used to get any bow out of it. But what we do is when we string it up, when we get that guy strung up, I generally leave it for about a week. I let it settle under tension. I tune it up in just open E, and I go a half a step or a full step higher, get some really strong tension on that, and let it settle, let it sit. The neck sometimes moves. Sometimes it bows backwards, sometimes it bows a little bit forwards. Then we re-straighten it using the truss rod, readjust it, take the tension off, readjust it, check the levels again. The frets themselves won't move. Some of them spring out every now and then. You get a rare one that it's called fret sprout. You might get a little bit of sprout popping out because a bit of tension wasn't sitting in there right, and it might tip out. We just knock that back in or replace it. Most times, once we fix any bowing by adjusting that truss rod that sits inside under that fretboard, inside the heart of that neck, we get it dead straight. You won't have any buzzing. And of course, it's got everything to do with the nut, cutting the nut slots, and aligning the breech height and getting those strings just over about 20 thou, just over those frets, and it should be level all the way across. And we can just tweak that and adjust it as we need. You found it, Willie. Good girl. Excellent. Just 24H, I think it is, or 24HR, that's the one. Okay, so we've got our blue lines down here. If I don't see a question and I don't get to answering it, guys, I will review the chat after the show when I publish the video or when I go back and watch the replay. And I will send you a private message and I'll answer your question that way to make sure that I do address any questions that you have. So hang in there. If you don't get an answer now, you will at some point. Or I'll just contact Willie and get her to make it up and she can just feed you some BS. Because that is also very funny. No, I'm just joking. We don't do that. Okay. This is our jumbo or medium jumbo sized fret file. And all we do now is we just run that guy across the top till we get rid of most of that blue and leave a very fine blue line in the middle. Like so. You can see the difference there. Taken the blue off and there's a very fine hairline just in the middle which tells me that that fret has been domed again and it's ready to move on to the next one. I'm trying to follow the 12-inch radius of the frets. They've been bent to be the same radius as the fretboard. There we go. Nice and round. I just check those in the light. They're nice and flat, nice and round. We'll check the heights again once we do this and readjust as we need. Rage, thank you very much, my friend. Welcome on in. Give that Rage man a big shout out, please. Nifty, how you doing? Be Bumstead, Marky Mark as well. Get onto it, Willie. Get onto those exclamation Rage, exclamation Be Bumstead. Well, actually, just give him a big shout out. Shout them all out. Shout everyone out, Willie. You're the only one there, Willie, with the commands in your hand. Terry's not around. Dana's not around. You are the boss. You are the boss of me. You are the boss of everyone. No, I don't think there's an exclamation Be Bumstead. You might have to go exclamation SO space Be Bumstead. I know there's an exclamation Rage. Go hard, she is. How you doing, Nif? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good week up there in Queensland. Hope you've been well. Don't forget, guys, 25th Sydney time, 25th of March, is the 24-hour build coming right up in a couple of weeks. Guys and girls, for Nifty and for Be Bumstead, there's the body of this guy, oiled up. Got a couple of coats on there. That's about as shiny as we want it. A nice satin finish. We've got the sides done too. We've got that cedar color on there, and we've got 3 coats of oil on there. Still drying a little bit. I've got to burnish that and just give it a bit more clean some of that shine up. We've got the battery case in there. We've got the matching plate in there, and we're pretty much ready to go with the electrics in there. We've got everything cut out and ready to go. Thank you, Nift. Yes, it's turning out okay. It's a nice bod. It's a good shape. I like the shape. I call it my neoclassical, an N6, N for Nelly 6. We are going to keep making those. I think I'm going to produce a line of those and do some nice material covered ones as well, carved with a material cover as well. I'm going to do some experimentation, but I think we can come up with some really nice pieces. Also want to do one that isn't painted with some really nice, just natural woods as well. Maybe some Tasmanian blackwood or something that carves really well and looks really beautiful. But it's so pretty. Yes, indeed, Willie, it is. Neo metal, that's the one. The neoclassical, my friend. Getting those video artifacts in the lower part of the picture. Yeah, there's a little bit of glitchiness, and I don't know why that is. I think my camera's probably dying. I'm going to switch cameras in the next stream and try another camera that I've got, an older one, just to make sure it's not the camera. It's heating up. I don't think it is the camera. It could be my screen. My laptop might be dying. Who knows? There's always something though, Tom. You know there's always something with this stream. We started so well as well. We did start well. That's the other camera. We're not getting it on that. I suspect it's this camera. This one here might be playing up. See, it looks pretty smooth there. If we go back to the bench, yeah, that's starting to flicker a little bit. So I'd say it's the connection of that camera. Something's not quite right. See, I'm banging that now, and it's starting to really make a mess. I'll just reseat that and see if I can fix it. You might lose it for a minute. Make sure there's no dust or a bad contact in there. Let's try that again. Let's see how we go. I'll just restart that camera. Beep, 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 beep. Where are you? That guy there. Let's see if we get anything better. That's a little bit better. There we go. That seems to have cleaned up a little bit. Probably just a little bit of dirt. I just replugged that connection in. Looks like it's working a little bit better. That's sort of cleaned it up a bit. Hey, Terry's in the house. Here she is. Our lead mod. Well done, Willie. Good coverage there from Willie, our reserve, off the bench. She came on and she took the field goal and then ran back off as quickly as she could. That's good. Well done. Got the point. And Leslie's here as well. Just in time, Terry. We're about to do the old 12K. You didn't get a notification. I did. I was playing up. I had some difficulty reconnecting to Restream and my multi-stream platform, and it started and stopped a couple of times, the stream, and I suspect it may have screwed up the notifications. So don't fret too much. You're okay. You're here now. That's all that counts. We're all in the house. We're all having a good time. Ha! That's why she wanted you here. Is there any other reason? I think not. You're the starting quarterback and she's just off the bench. Remember that. Once we get these crowned, we'll check those heights again. If we're happy, we will start tidying up the edges and getting this thing polished. And that's where Terry starts to have fun. Leave the fretting to the luthier. Aha, I see what you did there, Tom. Don't fret. It's all under control, as they say. Isn't that right, Leslie? Sometimes when you fret, it can get a little bit abrasive on the nerves. That was a very bad joke. Very bad gag reference. Remember, green is for Mark. Grits! You love them grits! Kiss my grits! As they say. Who used to say kiss my grits? Was it Boss Hogg? One of those characters? I don't know. Kiss my grits! Okay, that's leveled. What I want to do is I want to check the levels first. I'm just going to hit them with the bevel one more time just to sharpen up that edge because I have taken a little bit off that with that leveling. So what I'll do first is I'm going to check the levels of these things. What do I do with that? Here we go. Just make sure there's none that are higher than the others. So let's have a little feel and a listen to these. That's good. Level there, level there, good there, good there, spot on. Okay, a little bit of a high one here, just a touch. Hit that guy a little bit more. And that sorted that out, just took a little bit more off, shaved a bit more off. That's good, no rocking there, no teetering there, bit there. Bit more. Okay, that's sorted that out. Good. 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 Fine. Looks like the rest are pretty good. We're good there. They're all level. Now, let's give that an eyeball. Looks pretty flat to me. Looks fantastic, actually. Come to think of it, I need to just hit that with the 45 or the 36, I should say. It's just a slightly steeper angle, this one. Just going to give that a nice little rub just across there like that on the edges, just to get them shaped. Put some of that shape back into them in case they've been over-rounded. We want them to be distinct. That's nice. Before we hit it with the files and get those sharp edges off there. You can see they're well defined, nicely defined, and we're ready to clean that up now. I'll grab the needle files. The final step of dressing these is to get those sharp edges smoothed out. Sassafras, whisper when you say it. It was Flo on the show Alice. God, you remember that show. Just for those people that came in a little late, not mentioning any names, Terry. Here's our friend, our neoclassical. Okay, we've got the front done. We've got the sides done and the back done now. We've got that cedar color on there to get that mahogany a bit redder. And we've got that just that one coat of cedar very lightly rubbed in and 3 coats of Danish oil to give it that nice satin look. We're just drying that guy up, give that a bit of a burnish and she'll come up nicely. We've got the battery box in there, which is right here, where our 9-volt battery goes. Just in there. Okay, and we've got our other control plate here, which we'll pop off later, and that's where our controls will go and wire everything up. And we're almost ready to get this guy pretty much put together. We've just got to let that dry a little bit more. Give that a burnish, probably sometime tomorrow. We'll put it together. I've done a little bit, Terry. I've just done bits and pieces. I haven't been able to stream because to stream I want to do an hour or two at a time, and I've only been doing 15 minutes and half an hour here and there. I've been putting 3 coats on since last week, so every second day I'll do a little bit and then I'll go and rest it. The shoulders come good. I can move that around. I still feel it a little bit when I fully extend it. I think it's the joint from my pectoral muscle into there. I think I strained that when I was exercising, and just along the top there into that joint where the deltoids and the pec meets the bicep into that point of the shoulder. There's a little tear in there. It's come good now. I thought it was a rotator cuff, but it's not. It'll be okay. I'll be fine for the 25th. Remember, everybody, exclamation 24HR, please, Terry. Get those details out there. We're going to do that 24-hour build. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a hoot, as they say. And I will now grab my needle files and give that guy a little dressing. And then we're good to get the numbers, get the grits out, and Terry's going to go nuts. And we're going to call them out and polish that baby up to 12K. Or at least the frets to 12K. The board can go to 12K too, as far as I'm concerned. Terry, let's get our little friendly file out. These needle files. And all we do here is, because we've just filed this guy down and sharpened those edges, we're just going to take those little round edges, those sharp bits, just round those little points off. You can see there's the bevel right there where it joins the fretboard. There's a little tiny sharp burr. So I just get that edge. I'll get the sharper one. I need to get right in there. This one here. Like a knife. It's like a needle file. It's a very sharp edge. I get that edge right up against that, just in the joint there at 45, and I just roll that over. Just round that tip a little bit. And I just feel it with my hand and make sure there's no sharp edges there. And there aren't. I can just feel wood there. I can just feel ebony. So once they're rounded, we can polish them up and they'll be like little jewels, little round jewels. So we'll do all these. Just a couple of little strokes here and there. Get those any burring off there. Have a feel. It feels good. Makes those little triangle shapes just a round dot or a little bit of a semi-round dot. Just neatens them up a little bit. Once we polish those guys up, they tend to look nice. Presentation is important. Most importantly is the feel. When you're playing, you don't want to feel rough metal or any sharp bits digging into your fingers as you're moving up and down that fretboard. So we will make sure that's flat, and it is. It's beautifully flat. There's no metal there. good. Of course, we'll hit them with a little bit of paper as well. That'll make the difference, and polish them up and really round over those ends. Yes, Mr. Glynn, he is a great pickup winder, and he has donated a set of vintage voiced Cruel Mistress Telecaster pickups. And they are, it's a great assistance, a good donation for a good cause. Thank you, Mr. Glynn Evans. Mr. Glynn's pickups, guys, check him out. There's the details as Terry's punched that up on the screen. Check out his website. He's got some great videos there of sound samples of players playing instruments with his pickups, and they sound amazing. If you want to hear some samples of what his product sounds like, played by people that can actually play a chord, play a few tunes, then go over and check out his website. You'll see some great sample videos there, sound bites. Other side, do the same. Guess what he drives? And it begins. What does he drive? We're talking about Mr. Glynn? A pickup. Ha! Very funny. Very funny. Well, it's not really, but let's just humour Tom. Tom with his dad jokes. King of the dad joke. Absolutely. I think there's an exclamation Tom, isn't there? Is there an exclamation Tom? There must be a command for Tom's corniness. I'm sure it's earned a badge of honour. There it is. Willie knows it. Is it exclamation Tom? Could be. I don't know if there is. Exclamation TT. I'm sure that Dana, in her OCD wisdom, one night when she came up with 40,000 commands, including one for the grass fleas outside, she came up with one for Tom as well, I'm pretty sure. go. They're done. No sharp edges there. No sharp edges on this side. Feels really good. So, on that note, what are we starting with, Terry? We're going to start with some paper first. Some 400 grit. I got her hopes up there. I know I did. And she was jumping at the bit. Chomping at the bit. I'm going to grab some 400. Going to grab some 6 and 1200. Just to get some of those file scratches out of there. Okay. I'm just going to run that straight over. Very lightly, just get any of the pen that might be still left on there. Just dull those up a little bit. Don't worry about the fretboard, that will be polished in time with the rest. Get those edges nice and smooth. The paper's not tearing, which is a very good sign. Smooth as a baby's bottom, almost, I'm guessing. No torn paper, which means those edges are nice and smooth and they feel great. Okay, get the 600 and do the same with that. Just fine up some of those scratches. And we'll go over the whole board this time. Get any glue or residue off there, clean that up. I'm on pins and needles. Grits. Huh. You love them grits. file these guys away, just sanding off all the scratches now. We're just going to polish up. Next grit's going to be what? Terry, what's the first grit? All of them including 12K. Oh my God. The obsession is high in this one. Okay, we're almost there. A couple of frets to go, then we can hit it with the micro mesh pads and get that high polish up there. I'm going to do the edges with this 600 as well. Don't forget those edges. Okay. Hit those edges. Get it nice and smooth. Almost a round little dome. Almost a round little gem of a dome. You can see it right there. Okay, right, Terry, let's do this thing. Where we at? Where we at? Let's go. Let's go hard. What have we got? We've got $1,500. Yes. 1,500. That's the one. Rusty Rivets, we're calling your name. Ha! Where is Rivets, by the way? Haven't seen it for ages. Let's get this guy polished up. Bring it up a little bit higher. Looking good, looking good. Getting there. The edges. Next, Terry, what do we got? We got 1,800 green for our friend on the Emerald Isle. Also for Mark, who knows it's not easy being green, but he can handle it. He can indeed. There's a story behind every colour, guys and girls. Gio's home from work. Started early this morning at the cafe, making coffees, pouring barista style coffees. His football's going great. He had a good game last week. They didn't get up, they lost, but he scored, or he did assist 2 goals for 2 of the goals. So he played a very good game. I'm looking forward to seeing him play again on Saturday. Oh, wow. It's tiring. Keep that pressure on. Okay. Next, Terry, what do we got? Whew, 2,400. Charcoal for death. He's not often here, but he's still lurking. Death always lurks. We know that. There it is here, the charcoal grey. Oh, wow. I'll take a break after this one. Just have a glass of water and just give the hand a rest. Give the arm a rest. It's a bit on the tired side, fatigue, because I haven't done this for a while. Alrighty. Okay, let's take a break for a sec. Let's have a drink. Got to fill this up. I'll just grab some water and I'll be back in a sec. We've got our water. We've got our water. Alrighty. Cheers, big ears. Here's looking up your old address. There it is. Where are we up to? 3,200 Baby Poo Brown. Baby Poo Tan. Face it, no one likes the colour, but we had to give it to someone. Looks like Van Walen's lucky day. Van Walen deserves Baby Poo Brown. That goes without saying. But I just said it. Where is that guy? Baby Poo Brown. I can't find it. He's somewhere. Aha! I found the crappy colour. There it is. Okay, Baby Poo Brown. He's in a tree. He's probably in a tree. It's where he goes to laugh. It's his laughing place, the tree. Get these guys nice and shiny now. Put that work in. Get them polished up. Just the way we like them. Yeah. in his happy place. Good on him. God bless that little chimpanzee up in his tree. Good for him. Okay. That's Van Walen's 15 seconds of fame right there. Let's move on, shall we? What's next, Terry? Your favourite? Are we up to wine time? Wine. Terry does a Maroni, but not the... It's coffee again for... No! Get that wine glass in your hands, girl, and get it filled up. Right, where is that Burgundy? Ah, look, I found a Bordeaux piece of... A Bordeaux, a lovely Bordeaux at 3,600. Is that right? Yes, that's it. Let's go. Starting to really shine now. You can see the frets. They're really mirror-like, really starting to get shiny. We could probably stop right there at 4,000, and that would be enough. Are we going to stop there, Terry? Is that where we're stopping, at 4,000? Tell me. I need to know where we're stopping at. What's going on here? Okay, bit of resin. Absolutely not all the way to 12K. Terry has spoken. Thank you, Nifty. I do like to whistle every now and then. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to stay positive. Just put a smile on my dial. I could be doing worse things. We could all be doing worse things. Some people haven't got it as lucky as we do, and we've got to appreciate that sometimes. We forget to stop and smell the roses, as they say. Okay, getting there. Wow. Okay. What's next, Tez? Have we got the Magic 4,000, the Lisa special? Is that where we're at? Where are we at? Where are we at? 4,000 teal for Lisa. Special Elvis and cowbells everywhere. Right, that's it. Cowbells everywhere. Where is that thing? We have to do that every time something significantly is mentioned about Lisa. 4,000 teal, that's Lisa enough. We've got to hit the cowbell. Give it a bit of Lisa energy. That's the one. Terry wouldn't beat anyone up. Terry's not like that, I'm sure. She'd probably just give you a look, though. Enough to fill your duds, just with a look. Give you that sort of, don't mess with me, man. She doesn't need to raise a finger. I think just the look would be enough. Either that or throw you her workload, the audit workload, and then you'll go, no, I don't want to do that. I'll do anything but that. Woof. That's the one. What are we talking about? What is the one? Oh, these are shiny. I can stop now. Terry, I can stop now. They're really shiny. Far out. those guys, hey? Starting to get a bit of sheen. And there's a 4000. You can see a bit of reflection in there. Satin reflection. That's probably good enough to stop now. We've got a bit of shine on there. Looking good. No, continue, please. The look has been given. Oh, my God. She's looking at me with a pile of audit files. That's the last thing I want to do, so I will keep going, I think. What's next? Green, what have we got? 4,000, I think it's 8,000 blue. Don't test the Mav. It's not worth it. George, what's going on? Welcome to the show, my friend. Gold is good. We're having fun here. We're going through the grits here. Every grit colour is associated to somebody on the stream. Some people share colours. Blue is one of those colours. This guy here, 8,000 grit, polishing his fretboard. 8,000 grit is a very popular, blue is a very popular colour. It's my favourite. I know my name's on it. Where's that command? Bring that command up, Terry. Show us who blue belongs to. I think it belongs to everyone, pretty much, including you, George. Welcome to the stream, my friend, buddy. Buddy, actually, good to see you again. I've been off stream for a week or so, just resting my shoulder. I hurt it a little bit, but I'm good now. Getting ready for the 24-hour build on the 25th, which is the election day here in New South Wales. So I'll pop out in the morning, cast my vote, get back home at midday, kick off the build, and finish by midday the next day. We'll do it for the kids. We'll do it for the Children's Hospital. Black Rose is her name. A burgundy-coloured Telecaster with black hardware and very black floral hardware. So it's got some beautiful engraving on it. And we've got a beautiful Black Rose artwork hanging over the shoulders, down the front and the back, which we will do live here on set. Mutiny, 6,000 purple. Oh, I forgot 6,000. My God! Let's go back and do 6,000. We're going to do blue again. What was I thinking? See, Terry, I've let the team down because you weren't there to give me guidance. Let's go to 6,000, and then we'll get back to blue and repolish those up. It's pretty shiny. It's looking good. 6,000 is doing its thing. My word. Looking great. Okay, I'll go the 8,000 now. We've done the 6. Let's go the blue now, please. And my apologies to Dana, who isn't here, by the way, so she didn't miss out. Now the blue, and that's giving it a really high polish. Look at that. Look at that. Looking good. That's a sexy fretboard, if I do say so myself. That is very, extremely erotic, just quietly. It's a beautiful neck. I love this neck. I wish it was on one of my guitars. But I'm glad one of my customers is getting a beautiful neck. What's left? What's left, Terry? Tell me. Surely we're done. And now, finally, look at all those people. There are others who claim blue. I reckon George is one of those that claims blue. He likes blue as well. We got magenta, the magic, 12K. The most desired of all gifts. Rage, this one's for you. This is indeed for Rage. He loves a bit of 12K action, so to speak. Or so I hear. Word gets around. Don't forget, Hank is setting up a rant stream, probably next Thursday, your time. Next Thursday. US time, Central time. I'm not sure what time, but Hank will let everybody know. Him and I are going to have a rant stream, a co-stream. I'm going to be co-streaming with him. He's going to invite me onto his stream. We are going to rant about all things that need to be ranted about. And there are some things, let me tell you, but I won't tell you now. I'll save it for the rant stream. Is that Trojan case for condoms? Yes, it is indeed. No, it's not. Ha! They're bloody big condoms if it was. No, they're my files. You can see my little needle files. Trojan is also a brand of tool. Not just prophylactic help, but also hardware, so to speak. Not that kind of hardware. Okay, let's finish up and show you guys what this thing looks like. Okay, we've done our neck, so there it is. Nice and shiny. She's clean. Beautiful colour. Shiny frets. Lots of light reflecting off that baby. That's the 12K feeling. We've still got to cut that nut slot out. Not yet, though. I'm going to put some oil on this guy and get the colour of this guy. Also find out if there's any marks. There are a couple little scratch marks here and there to clean up. Let's get the oil on here and have a good look-see, shall we? At least we'll do that. So I will pop this back down here. Gorgeous neck. Absolutely. Thank you, Mav. Appreciate it. When is the nut shaving? We won't be touching the nut for a while yet, Texas. Probably not today. Last thing, I think I'll have it all put together and then put the nut on. I like to have everything in place before the nut gets shaved. Hank's High Hangout. There we go. So let's have a look at this, the back of this neck. What do we got? Features. We've got our little signature here. We've got our signature. We've got our serial number. So this is serialized sign that card. And there's the phone number. It's a nice open pore. I'm going to put some oil in there. We're going to oil that baby up and get some color out of her as well. I'm going to put lemon oil on that, but firstly I'm going to get some oil on here to see where some of the finer tool marks are that need to be worked out still. There is a little bit of sanding that needs to be done right here on this black spot, which I think is a bit of blood I probably left there last time. That's gone. Okay, I'm going to put a coat of oil on this guy and just check it out. Let's see if what it does to the colour as well, guys and girls. So we're going to get our Danish oil. We're going to pop that guy open. And we're going to pop some oil on this headstock first and see what that does to that colour. Get you guys down low enough. There we go. Nice and low. Opening up the can of worms, as they say. We'll grab a little cloth and we'll give that guy a little cut. Grab some scissors, slot this guy up. A little bit of cloth off there. Okay. Let's get some oil on this baby girl here and see what we got going. Coachwood. Let's see what it looks like with a little bit of oil on there. Oh, it's got that olivey, walnutty look, and I like that. It's like a walnut colour. Beautiful. It's a beautiful, dark, almost cedar-ish. And that's going to match the back of that. It's a little bit more olivey or a bit more, how do we say, walnut in colour. Drinking all that up nicely, which is good. This is mainly the first coat just to get a look at where the tool marks are that we can't see under the naked eye. We'll bring them up. So far, so good, I've got to say. Looking pretty good. Done a very good job sanding that guy. There's nothing there so far. There are a couple there. And you can see how it darkens where there's tool marks. That was as smooth as anything, but there are some scars there, and we need to work those out, and we will. And we will work those out. The neck looks good. A little bit of scarring around the volute there. We're going to clean that up. Get some of that oil on there and just get some colour in that neck. You can see that beautiful grain. It's starting to show now. The neck, it is Coachwood. Coach, as in coach of the football team. It's a lovely colour. Once it's a lot like walnut, sort of in both workability and colour. It's a beautiful, beautiful grain too. Now that we've got you can see the grain in there. It's quite nice. Very straight, a lot like mahogany, I guess, in grain terms. It's not too too bad. There are some tool marks. Look at that. Surprisingly, you can see the big tool marks right now. Just there, you can see that row of strips. So couldn't see those marks before, couldn't feel them, but now that they're darker, I can work those out and then give it a nice coat over the top. So there's just a little bit there, and of course you're going to find it in the transitions where you do most of the filing. That's exactly where we're going to find it. A little bit on the heel as well. I've got to clean those up as well. There they are. There's a couple marks there we've got to clean up. Although the heel isn't too bad because most of it is hidden. Although we will see that corner there. There's a lot of tool marks there. I've got a bit of cleaning up to do there. That's okay. We'll see those. We couldn't feel them. They're pretty smooth, but they are visible. So we'll just oil this guy up, let it rest. At least we'll get a good coat on there and see where everything is at. And then we can finish that off nicely and get rid of those marks. But that's that guy there, looking good. I'll do the headstock as well while we're here. Flip that over. Dries pretty quickly, being the first coat. It does dry pretty quickly because it drinks it all up. Let's get this head done. Beautiful. I love that. It's really good. There we go. Lovely. Good combo. Throw that away. Pop that in there. Tomorrow I will work on this guy. So tomorrow, there it is there. There's that colour of that coach wood. Lovely neck. You can see those marks there. Got to get rid of those. Got to get rid of those marks right there. Got to get rid of a couple of little marks just in that corner there. And then she'll be ready. There it is there. It looks lovely with that combination there. Okay. We liking that? Throw it away. Shave it all, Karen. Yep, refinish it, Gatto. It has got a clean, it is a lot like Walnut, Texas. It is. It's really cool. Ha! There we go. So there's our neck. Pretty much done. I'll show you guys the body. I'll show you the body. Who wants to see the body? The guitar body. Here we go. Okay, so we've got the front. There's the front of that guy. Okay. There she is. We can see some of that colour through there. It's got that gunmetal grey. Very dark, very ominous. A little bit of, we've got the cedar on there just to give that a bit of colour. Get that mahogany coloured up a little bit, the cedar. And the back, of course, is the cedar. And it's got about 3 coats of oil on there now, and we're just going to let that cure and give that a burnish. We've got the plate that matches the front. We've got the battery holder in there as well. So that guy's ready to roll. Ready to roll. If we put that neck in there, I'll try and just put that neck in there and see if we can get some color combos to give you a holistic look at the whole shebang, as they say in the trade. It's a bit sticky. I'm going to put sticky marks all over it, but I am going to sand this back a bit so it's okay. Let's get this guy in there. Okay, so there's our colour there. It matches nicely. Whoops. It blends in nicely. Okay, which is what I wanted on the back. It blends in really well. Okay, a little bit of contrast, but not too bad. The front, of course, looks like that. Dark and ominous. Angry but sophisticated anger. What we like, sophisticated anger. Okay, there's that carve in there. Almost there, guys and girls, almost there. I'll just pull that guy out. It's a little bit tacky still. I'm going to sand that or burnish that with the synthetic wool eventually. I'm just going to let that cure for the next day and let that run away. And tomorrow we'll come back. We will sand that guy mostly flat, get rid of those deep marks that tempt those scars. It's actually just scar tissue. You can barely you can't feel that. It's almost flat, but there are some against the grain. It's damaged that grain. So I need to really work that out. And I will with a little bit of, coarse grit. We'll get there. Maui Lynn in the house. Thank you very much, Lynn. I always appreciate you and your kind words. Interesting combo of wood colors. It is indeed. Well, I think it works. I like the darkness. I like the splash of color on the front. I love the natural back. It's a big thing now. A lot of some of the higher end guitars, you've got beautiful natural colors and woods for the bass and the body and the neck. And the front, the cap, they go haywire with fluoro colors and bright colors and just that combination of that fake and, or, I don't want to say fake, that's a bad word, but not the word, but the manufactured look, and then you've got that natural look. And it's a real good combination, especially if you've got a good shape. You use bad words. Karen does bad words all the time. Ha! Bad words. Artificial. That's the one, Mario. Artificial. Fabricated. Industrialized. Concocted. I know that, and thank you for the resub, Karen. You are wonderful to do that. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you anyway. Thank you so much for supporting us. Big round of applause for Karen Day, please. Somebody, please, exclamation clap. Right now. What we want to do is, what's the neck back there for? The one hanging up? That's an acoustic neck. So let me show you what we're working on. This neck here is Queensland maple. I think that's Queensland maple. So that's Queensland maple. It's an acoustic neck. You can see there's the acoustic bit there, the truss rod in there. That's accessed from the sound hole. We've got Indian rosewood and a gold frets on that guy there. And that is Tasmanian blackwood cap. You can see it's about 1/8 of an inch or just under 3, maybe about that, 2.5 millimeters or so of cap. That's blackwood, and that actually colors up. I'm going to put some oil on that and show you what color that comes out at. This neck here needs a little bit of work, but it's almost ready. But of course, we've got the body, and we're working on the body for that guy. That's a body that has the sides bent. It's in the form at the moment at the back. I won't show you that now, but it's all clamped up in its form, and we're going to start, once I finish this guy here and get through the 24-hour build, we're going to return back to this guy. I'm going to pop some oil on this guy as well. That's raised a little bit. I'm going to give that a bit of a rub. Just a little rub with a little bit of paper. Get rid of some of that raised grain. May as well give this another coat while I've got the oil out. That's a good point, Tom. Let's have a look at Queensland maple. I do love Queensland maple. I love the way it looks when it's oiled, and I do love the way that Tasmanian blackwood looks when it's oiled. Just rubbing off some of that raised grain, which tends to happen when you first wet or oil something. It tends to raise the grain a little bit. Okay, I'm going to give that a little oiling now just to show you what that looks like. Let's give that a bit of an oiling, shall we? Let's give that a bit of an oiling. I'll do the front first because we can rest it on the neck and not have this on the ground. It will be suspended, so let's quickly do the front. Tassie, this is Tassie blackwood, Tasmanian blackwood. There it is there. Okay, that guy there. Let's give that a touch of the special treatment. It's a nice golden colour. I do like blackwood. It turns out beautiful amber. You can see that. It's a rich golden amber. It's got golden hues in there once that dries up as well. And the Queensland maple is a little bit lighter, but it does amber up nicely as well. You can see that's more of a yellowy golden shine. Again, beautiful acoustic wood and electric wood, but I do like there's the contrast. That's a lot. The grain's more prominent, obviously, and darker, and you can see the contrast there on the cap. Fresh oil, it's lovely, isn't it? It is lovely when you do. It's very satisfying to get some oil in there and seal things up and get some colour coming out of these guys. It's a lovely neck, this one. It's beautiful. It's almost perfect at the moment. There's probably a couple of little blemishes here and there, but we'll tidy them up. But I think I've done most of the fixing on this guy. We just need to get that oiled up. Always busy around the heel because there's a lot of work to be done there. You can see the joint. I love the heel in that it looks darker because it's another piece of Queensland maple that was tacked on there to make the heel. You can see the joint. It's quite a nice look, and a lot of acoustics do that. They use a composite layer of heels. I've just used the one there, but it does contrast. So if you look at the neck from a distance, once it's built, you're going to have, a little bit of a contrast there, which is interesting, and a little black. We're going to put a little bit of ebony on the heel there and just cap that heel with a little bit of ebony. Just rub the end of that fretboard as well, just blend that in, like so. Too much oil down on the fretboard. Tidy that guy up. Let's grab this guy from somewhere I can hold. Come up here, baby. Whew. Try not to get any on the gluing surface. That rosewood's nice. So we keep the gluing surface here all clean. That's where the glue has to grab. So we don't want to seal the grain there. We want the grain to be raw there. There's the neck. You can see it's leveled out. We're good to go. The frets are done. Everything's ready. Okay, so there's our beautiful light Queensland maple. There's the contrasting heel. You can just see it's very subtle. It's not too bad. It's very subtle, but you can see it. And that neck there is going to look magnificent once it's finished. I'll hang that guy up, give it some air. Across here. Let's see if I can hang this guy up. Get in there, come on. There we go. Okay. That guy's already dry. That's how quick that first coat gets drunk up. That's already dry. I can touch that. That's the neck we did. But there's the color of that coach wood. It comes out very walnutty in color. And we're going to tidy that guy up tomorrow and finish it off and get it ready to mount. Okay. I'm going to see what's going on in the land of Twitch. Who have we got on? We've got Archeros is on, we've got glow stick on, we've got not much else on. Let's see if I can read that guy. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys and girls. I'm rating Archeros. Hang around if you want to see a little guy a guy doing little carvings, little tiny, really cool things. So I'll be back again probably tomorrow. I might have another stream tomorrow. Have a good one. Enjoy your evening, guys and girls. Good to see you here. And I will see you again tomorrow. And get ready, 2 weeks' time. We've got the 24-hour build. We'll be coming back, working on that guy tomorrow and setting up for that 24-hour build. Until then, guys and girls, take care. I will let you go, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.